Started in this business 20 years ago, approximately. I was breeding Labradors and was very lucky to meet some people who introduced me to training, the techniques of training sniffer dogs. Showed me how to choose the right dog for to do the job, and then ultimately how to actually train the dog to do the job. So it's been a job that I've been doing now for nearly 20 years. Prior to the 9/11 Twin Towers, the main job for the dogs was drugs, and there was the fight against illegal drugs. And majority of dogs went to be drug dogs, and then after the Twin Towers 9/11, things changed, and the majority of dogs that go now are all explosive dogs. They go to find bombs, but the dogs are also used to find. I have a customer in California, and he has a company that trains dogs that go out to search for bed bugs, and they search in hotels and hospitals, and um, go around searching for bed bugs, because in America, being a very litigation based society, when you go to a hotel and you get bit by a bed bug, you stop at the lawyer's office on the way home and sue the hotel. Well, this is to reduce the cost to the hotel of the claim. We can show you some dogs and show you our training room, and we can see some puppies as well.
Someone's still hungry.
One of the tests that I do with a puppy to see how it's going to be as a sniffer dog is basically just to see how compliant it is. You take the puppy out of its comfort zone by flipping it onto its back, and give it a wee second to see the way puppy is starting to wriggle about, moving its head a bit. They're starting to throw the leg a bit, but generally quite compliant to what we're asking it to do. Yeah, so there she's starting to wriggle now. She's starting to, and she wants to right herself. So what she's telling me is that she will put up with a wee bit of discomfort of what we're doing, but then she has her own will, she has her own want to try to right herself to be her own girl. So she's got a bit of a mind going on in there. That's the way she is. And then we'll take one of these other puppies. We'll do exactly the same test just to compare with the other puppy. So flick puppy on its back. See puppies very quickly wants to right itself. Just show you that again. Actually, puppy's quite difficult to hold compared to the other one, and it wants to right itself straight away. Flicked itself back around. That puppy is definitely more willful puppy. Definitely a sort of puppy that would be, if it went as a pet, it would be very difficult to train, because it would be willful, wouldn't want to please itself, and this is the sort of puppy that I'd be looking for to be a sniffer dog. So all I'm interested in with puppy at this stage is that the puppy is interested in the ball. So even when I'm holding the puppy here, the puppy wants to play with. So it shows that the puppy has a play drive, a drive to want the toy, and it also that the puppy has a drive, because this puppy wants really to kill this ball, which shows a prey drive as well. So the two, and see, it's actually biting at me, thinking that I'm the ball. So you want this is really good. So we'll see what I'll do whenever I roll the ball. Puppy gets the ball, and then takes it away to play with it itself. So that shows that the puppy's really happy with the ball, wants the ball, and doesn't want me so much, but really wants that ball. Wants that ball so much that it's possessive over the ball. It doesn't want to share that ball with me. And that trait is exactly what I'm looking for in a puppy. Going back a good while ago now, when DVDs were the thing, you know, if you wanted to film, you went and bought a DVD and watched the DVD rather than what we do now. It was just downloads. Seems an awful long time ago, DVDs, but I was involved with training dogs to find DVDs because the Motion Picture Association in America were losing millions of dollars every year with people burning their own DVDs and then selling them. It was counterfeit DVDs was the thing, and I was involved with training the first two dogs ever to find the DVDs. Those dogs then went on a world tour, and they had a price in their head in Malaysia, where Malaysia was the country that the majority of the DVDs were being manufactured in. The gangsters were so upset with these dogs that they offered a contract to kill the dogs. Yeah, so that's probably about the most famous story that we have. Yeah, I like to call them Ferraris and Mondeos.
Yeah.
The Ferraris pick themselves. They're the top dogs. You know, those are the dogs that come along every 3 to 4 years. You get one that is absolutely super dog. You know, it nothing phases it. It has got super search drive. It'll just go all day and want to work. It's just the brilliant dog. But as I say, they only come along every once in a while, and the rest are just what I would call Mondeos. They do the job, and they just take away, and just do their job. You know, like a Mondeo would take you from A to B. Well, this dog will just do its job and keep going. And that's the sort of tier system that I would have. Below those, then you would have dogs that aren't able to do what I would be wanting as a sniffer dog. And those dogs, we would be looking for pet homes for them, and they would go on then. Some would actually go on and be sniffer or assistance dogs. Mm-hmm. You know, assistance dogs for people with disabilities and you know, things like that. Is just make sure that, you know, they get up on different types of stuff. Good boy. What's this? Good boy. Good boy. Ball is dropped down in there. What I want to see him do now is stick with that. Stick with the ball. See, he was working on it. He didn't go, oh, that's too hard for me now, and leave it. He stuck at it, and then he eventually found it. Good boy. Good boy. What's the biggest reward would be seeing a puppy that is born and is blind and has very little mobility leaving us after a year and a half and going off to fight crime, be good, do a job, and that's every time it happens. It's still, as you say, despite the payday, um, it's still a reward because it. You've seen this wee thing grow from nothing till a full adult dog, and it's going to do a great job. And you can't help but get a buzz from that.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
You definitely shouldn't get attached, but I do. And occasionally there's, you know, dogs like people all have different personalities, and you get one every now and again, and it just gets in under your skin, and you go, "Oh, it's just a great wee dog, oh, brilliant wee dog," and you can't help but get attached to it, and you know, I've had a couple of lumps in my throat coming out of the airport after dropping a dog off that is going maybe to America or Singapore or somewhere, and me going, I can miss that wee dog. But it's the dog, if it stayed with me, has been learnt a certain job, and now it's at the stage that it has to go and finish the job and go and do a bigger job, and I can't say, oh yeah, I really like you, I'm going to keep you as a pet, because they're not a pet dog at that stage. They're a working dog. Their dog is there to do a job.